Shalom, shalom. This is a brother Amawan from GMS London Forecasters coming to you with another lesson in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors also, as always, to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and blessings to the Archim out there that's doing this work in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And continue to do so in these dark times, man. In truth and in sincerity also, man. This is all about the truth. We're bringing the truth out, man. All right, no one else is bringing this truth out, or any real 100% truth, man. All right, we're coming with the the truth of the scriptures, man, as we've learned and as we've been taught through the Spirit. So let's get into this. So that's just caught my eye when I was just scrolling through the news, and kind of Spirit just jumped on me. Let me just do a quick lesson on this. All right, so read the headline. It says "War on Terror, 20 years on." Right, so this is talking about after the event of 9/11 and the invasion of Afghanistan, right? And as we all know, it was built on lies. They claim that there was weapons of mass destruction, but those of us who know, we know what it's all about, to a degree. We know what these devils are about and why they do what they do. So it says the trial of Blair and Bush, that's Tony Blair, who was the Prime Minister at the time in Great Britain, or in England, I should say, and George Bush Jr., the President of the United States of America at the time. Babylon, it says would be a fitting parting gift to Afghanistan. Shame it will never happen. And the party, listen, man, they haven't left that there because it was the right thing to do. That's not why they left, man. They need their troops back here, man. All right. He's about to come down with great wrath, this devil, man. All right. That's why. All right. And if you're in the spirit, man, you'll see that. All right. And to be honest, it took me a while to really grasp it. I was thinking there's more than the reason they're saying why they're coming out of Afghanistan as to why they're coming out of Afghanistan, man. But these devils always making moves, man, just like what they did back then. So they're saying it's a shame it will never happen, right? A shame that basically they will never be brought to justice, man. But they will be brought to justice, man. But let's read this. It says when George W. Bush and Tony Blair steamed into Afghanistan on the hunt for Osama bin Laden, it began 2 decades of bloodshed based on lies and misdirection that led to countless lives lost and a duplicity that remains unpunished. And, there's many people out there with good credibility and good resources that believe that Osama bin Laden was aka Tim Osman, who was an agent for the CIA, man. All right. But we're not going to get into that, man. There's no proof as such. So, I just want to put that out there. But it wouldn't be surprising. It says that unlike many adversaries, no one in their right mind will be celebrating the fact that 20 years ago today, the US illegally invaded Afghanistan with the full support of the British government, heralding the start of 2 decades of misery that achieved absolutely zilch. Well, in the eyes of the common people, it achieved zilch. But they knew what they were doing out there. They created many security laws based on terror, the war on terror, right? So they took away lots of freedoms, man, and privacy rights. And also at the time, well, up until probably they came out of that place, man, there's opium, there's poppy fields out there, man. And don't think that certain factions out there aren't involved in the distribution, maybe not hands-on, but the distribution of narcotics, man. All right, this is a fact anyway. So it says the vicious, heavily armed be turbaned bumpkins now running the desperate nation are in the middle of orchestrating the flight. So like the flight of the country's entire educated middle class by doling out exit visas and passports by the thousands to anyone who successfully navigates the bureaucracy and armed guards at the passport office. The very people who stand any chance of making a difference hold the Taliban to account. Holding the Taliban to account are fleeing for their lives as we speak. It says you have to wonder if the men who are largely responsible for this sorry shower ever reflect on the damage. I don't know if that's meant to say shower actually. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe meant to mean show. Ever reflect on the damage they have wrought upon the Afghan people, and I don't mean the leaders of Al Qaeda or ISIS or even the Taliban. I'm talking about Tony Blair and George W. Bush. And that Al Qaeda and ISIS, man, that's all creations by the CIA, man. All right. It's well known that they have their own insurgents, rebels to go into countries and basically disrupt nations, man. All right. That's a fact. It's come out of their own mouths, man. All right. It says, so keen were the pair to pursue the political imperative of identifying and destroying the enemy in the weeks shortly after the horrors of 9/11 that prizing Osama bin Laden from his Afghanistan hideout became the only goal that mattered. And it was a horror, because what's more horrifying is that they did it themselves. Right? Everybody knows that it was an inside job, man. All right. And see how they speak with a forked tongue. Listen to this. It says, as PM at the time, Blair told the House of Commons that Afghan people are not our enemy, for they have our sympathy and they will have our support. We act for justice. They don't understand what justice is, man. Right? They decree unrighteous decrees, man. All right? Their laws are unrighteous. All right? They don't have understanding of real judgment and justice. Right? Because they don't. If they followed the Bible like they say they believe on it, man. All right? They would understand it, true justice and judgment, but they have no idea. It says we act with world opinion behind us, and we have an absolute determination to see justice done, and this evil of mass international terrorism confronted and defeated. And remember, they told the whole world that there was weapons of mass destruction in places like Iraq and Afghanistan, and that was all lies, man. All right. I'm not going to read all of this, because what I really want to do is just to get into the scriptures. So let me just read this. It says, so flagrant was their misuse of intelligence to justify going to war at the time that in 2016, the Kuala Lumpur War Crimes Commission unanimously found the pair guilty of crimes against peace, against humanity, and genocide. As a direct consequence of Blair and Bush's duplicity, more than 1 million Iraqis lost their lives in that ill-conceived war. At the end of their terms in office, however, both men simply walked away from power with the bodies piled up behind them and no real repercussions. They went on to make personal fortunes, not that Bush wasn't already wealthy, and Blair continued to tour the elite speaker circuit, laughably lecturing the world on democracy and holding court via his global institute to pontificate on the world's problems. No remorse, no accountability, nothing. And just to read this last part before I dive into the scripts, it says, maybe there is an opportunity to offer some redress as we mark the date that began their years of bombing and murder across the globe. How fitting if Tony Blair and George W. Bush faced trial for launching those wars. It would draw a line under 2 decades of hell for millions of innocent civilians and show vital lessons had been learned. Sadly, we all know this will never happen, But there's no harm in dreaming, after Afghans left behind after the latest ignominious retreat. Dreams are all they have. So right, let's get into the scriptures, man. Because because they think even this journalist here thinks that these people are never going to face justice, man. These are the same people that will talk about karma, man. Karma is what you dole out, man, comes back to you. All right, you get what you basically get what you deserve. All right, so they will face punishment, man. But I want to start. Hold on, what have I got here? I want to start somewhere else, man. Psalm 73. I'll start from the top. It says, "Truly, Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked man." And the scriptures say, "What to envy not envy not your oppressor, and choose none of their ways, man." You're not supposed to envy these devils, man. They just got what they got because the Lord's given it to them. He's given them this power, all right? And he's about to take it away, man, and punish the wicked. It says, "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." And that's right now they're not in trouble. That's why they get away with doing what they're doing. That's why, it's clear. After making stuff up to go to war in a country and killing millions of people, all right, and sending millions of soldiers to do your dirty work and having them die, and then being exposed, and you're still walking around in sharp suits making lots of money. This shows that we're in Babylon, man. This world is wicked, man. This world is wicked. The average man couldn't do things like that and get away with it. All right, the average man couldn't get away with that. But these devils, man, they're up on the high, man. That scriptures say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. They have, the power right now. It's been given to them, and that's why right now they think that they can just get away with everything, man, and they're never going to be held accountable. It says, verse 5 says, "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment." Yeah, man. They got away with so much, man, that their pride is at an all-time high. Right? And that violence, man, that covereth them, man. That's them invading all these countries that they have no business entering into, man. Right? Taking what they want, killing who they want, telling lies on countries. They did that with they did that and they did that to Gaddafi. They've been trying to do it in Syria for how long? They did that in Iraq. All right. What's his name? I can't. His name's escaped me now. I can't believe it. But you know who I mean. Who they found in a hole and murdered. All right, on the basis of lies, man. It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more, because they're greedy, man. But them eyes stand out with fatness. They just look. They want everything out there. They never have enough, man. It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Yeah, because they spread all their lies and their doctrines out all through the earth, man. All right. They spread their lies throughout the earth, man. And people today still believe that 9/11 was done by, foreign souls or foreign entities, man. All right. Still not understanding that it was their own people that did that. It says, Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. Amen. They're about to, all the wine that they've distributed, man, all the doctrines that they've put about upon the earth, they're gonna have to drink that, man. They're gonna have to drink it. That cup of wickedness is gonna be turned on them, and they're gonna have to take a taste, man. They're gonna have to swallow it down, man. It says, and they say, how doth Yahweh know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Yes, he does know, man. All right. He knows everything, man. All right, and you're about to find out the hard way, man. None of you are getting away. None of you. There is no repentance for you, as we know, and there is no, begging for forgiveness. You can't make it up. You can't pay for what you've done. The only way you're going to pay for what you've done is a hardcore bondage, man, and death. Right? It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches, man. And as it said, we read that Tony Blair's been getting rich after this, man. Instead of rotting in jail somewhere, man, this man's been walking around still telling people about democracy and freedom and all that other shit that he says he believes in. It's not shit, but all that, he's talking bullshit. Basically, is what I'm saying, because he doesn't believe. That's not his mantra, man. All right, he's wicked, and it shows how wicked he is because he's walking around making coin off of his wickedness, man. You know. As I'm in Psalms, I might as well stay here. Psalms 149. I'm going to read all of it. Because I love reading this, man. I love reading this chapter. It's one of the, they're all good. They all have their purpose. But this is one of my favorites, man. All right. Psalms 149. And 1, it says, praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. And we're singing that new song, man, because we're singing this gospel, man, this truth like it's never been sung before. All right. This is no one's ever heard the scriptures like this. All right. In its truth, the true understanding. I remember trying to read the Bible at some points, in my life, and not really understanding it. You understand some little bits here and there, man, but we've been given an understanding, man. All right. And there's not many people on the earth that can actually say that. And that's not being boastful. It's just to tell you that we're in that time where the Lord has revealed. It shows you that how deep we are in the end times, man. That the Lord has now revealed to his men, how to really understand the scriptures, man, so that it can be taught. And so we can reveal, the prophecies, man, and the truth. He says, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. Well, we're going to be doing that soon, man. When Yahweh sends his son Yahweh back, man. Right? And we're putting these devils in chains, man. And, bringing righteousness, man, into this earth. Destroying all the wickedness. Taking revenge, man. All right? In the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? It's going to be beautiful times, man. Even when it starts kicking off and they start coming down, man, that should be exciting. And because everything that we've been saying, especially the apostles, starting with the apostles and elders going down, right, for all these years, right, are going to come to pass. And all the scoffers and scorners are going to see in that time, man, in this time, that what we were saying is the truth, and the truth will be known. Right? No more secrets. No more playing Clark Kent, People are going to know. Everybody's going to know. It says, for the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. The meek are the Israelites, man. We're the lowest on this earth, all right? You know, that's down to the curses, man. Right, verse 5 says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Yeah, that glory is that victory, all right? That victory over the devil, who is Esau, and his wicked kingdom, all right? Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, right? So that's talking about all the other heathen nations, man, as well as the Edomites, all right? All these other nations have been against us, right? It says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. And those kings and nobles, man, that's the rulers of this earth, man. Starting with the Rothschilds and the Oppenheimers and the Rockefellers, going on down to these government bodies that are being put in high positions to rule over us, man. Telling us all these lies. You know, basically they're the puppets for the puppeteers, man. All right. That's the kings and the nobles, man. They're going into bondage, man. Right? It says to execute upon them the judgment written. Yes, it's written. Right? You know, the Lord's word is, once it goes out, man, that's it. Right? So it's already written, so they're finished. It says, this honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, man. All right? It's an honor. And I pray that I have the honor to execute that judgment, man. Right? We dream about this, man. We talk about it all the time. You know, you could say we fantasize about it. We meditate on it. Right? Daydream about it. And it's coming soon, man. And they don't know they don't have any idea what's about to hit them, man. All right? I've got a few scriptures I want to just jump around. I'm not even gonna. I've just got a couple more pieces I want to get into, and then I'll close out when they won't be too much longer. But just have to see how it goes, innit? It's the spirit. So I'm gonna start here. Jeremiah 16:14 says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, that it shall no more be said that the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands where we have driven them." That land of the north is Babylon, man, aka America, right? And all the other, the Lord has spread us all over the earth, man, all right? And we look like some of the other nations also. All right, and I will bring this. So Isaiah 11 goes into that. All right, it says, "And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them." All right, who's that? Them, man. The wicked, right? These wicked Edomite rulers, man, because they're gonna try when Yahweh Shai is sent back, man. They're gonna try and escape his wrath, man. There's no escape. It's impossible. And that's how proud they are that they think that they can actually escape the vengeance of Yahweh Shem Shai. It's crazy. And once you have the true understanding of how the law works, man, as much as we've been given, it's even more crazy. It says, and after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks, where they're going to try and scurry away to escape judgment. All right. It says, "For mine eyes are upon all their ways." Right. See. So we read that they think that they think we read in Psalm 73, man. They think that they're going to be able to escape the wrath. The Lord's not watching them, basically, man. But it says, For my eyes are upon all their ways, they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land, they have defiled mine inheritance. Right? And who's the inheritance, man? Where are the Lord's inheritance? The Israelites. With the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things, man. All their wickedness, their wicked doctrines, their wicked ways, their abominable foods that they try to poison the children of Israel with. All right. It says, O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit, because they have inherited lies, man. This devil has taught the earth that the Most High doesn't, and his Son doesn't exist. So that's the shock in that day when Yahushua comes back, man. That's when those people are going to realize they've been lied to all the time. There's people walking around all the time telling themselves and other people that the Most High and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua doesn't exist, man. They're in for a rude awakening. They are in for a rude awakening, and their hearts will fail them in that day. Because at the end of the day, the heathens don't have any hope for redemption anyway. But a lot of our people are into all that now, atheism. They're going to be wailing and weeping and crying and cursing out the Lord in that day when Yahushua comes back, man. Because they're going to realize they've been lied to by these wicked demons, these devils, man, these Edomites that are ruling the earth, that have put themselves up as the Most High. It says, "Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods?" Yeah, man. How can you make your own God up and worship it? It's ridiculous. You think you can create something, but then it's gonna have power over you? And there's many nations that do this, man. Have worshipping their false idols, man. Creating false religions and worship. That's the folly of man. It says, therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know, and I will cause them to know mine hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's a beautiful verse right there. Right? Like I said, they're going to know. Soon the whole world is going to know, man. Right? In fact, as it's on my mind quickly, I'm going to quickly jump to Revelation 1:7 real quick. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so are mine. See that? Every eye shall see him. And that's not an exaggeration, man. All right? That's not an exaggeration. Right? And they also which pierced him, because of the reincarnation, man. Those that pierced him, even though they're not going to, I don't know, they're not going to know in that time, but they're still going to see him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, oh man, that wailing's going to become, because they're going to know that they basically want to just keep it real. They fucked up, all right? They allowed this devil to rule over them, or not a rule, but they allowed this devil to teach them lies, man. To basically hide the truth of the Most High from them, and put themselves up as the Most High, man. And people are going to want to kill this devil these devils in that day, man, because they're going to see a dark-skinned man who looks like a so-called black man, right, who's going to come through them clouds, right, ready to put a lot of people to death, right, and they're going to know that they messed up in that day, man, badly, all right. They're going to understand that the Most High isn't a so-called white man, and Yahweh Shai, or who ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, isn't a so-called white man, and they're going to understand that they are fucked in that day, all right. All right, let me get the last piece. Right, Jeremiah 49:7 says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And they're prudent, man. They are prudent because they plot and scheme very carefully, all right? But their wisdom is starting to fail them, man. That's why you got clowns like Boris Johnson and Sleepy Joe Biden running two of the biggest powers on the earth, man. All right, because there's no more wisdom. Because what? Their rulership is coming to an end, man. The Lord's showing them up. He's showing them before your very eyes right now. He's showing you that their kingdom is falling. All right. It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Den. All right, hide, man. Let's try and escape. It says, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. You see? Yeah, see, all this is really culminating into Yahweh coming back to deal with Esau, man. All right? And to rescue Jacob, man. Those that are worthy of that salvation, that rescue, man. Those that have waited upon the Lord, man, in truth and sincerity and faith. All right? He says, if grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. And these devils don't know when to stop, man. It's like they have to be taken out. If the Lord allowed this to go on for too long, they'll just take absolutely everything and destroy everything beyond recognition and repair. It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Yeah, man. Like I was reading about, them invading Afghanistan, man. They go in there, they go into these countries and neighboring countries and whatnot, and spoil them, destroy them, and they haven't been touched, man. Babylon has not been touched. All right, it has not been touched. Even Great Britain has been touched in World War II, man. With the bombings, the Blitz, as they called it. But Babylon has not been touched, man. And that's why it's so proud, and the people are so proud. It says, leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup, have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So that's telling you right there, man, that punishment, them two devils that, Tony Blair and George Bush, man, they don't know what's coming for them. And they're not the only ones, man, but they're just the focal point of that article, man. But they're about to be in deep doo-doo, man. All right? They don't even know what's coming. They're walking around. Tony Blair, they love grinning, smiling, knowing how much they think they got away with, man. But they haven't got away with it, all right? And, I want to be there. Lord's will, I'll be there to see their faces when Yahushua comes back and puts this place to rights, man, and deals with them, all right? So that's it on that. Lord, when it was edifying, pray that it was as always. And as always, once more, I'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I'll say, Kal Halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Akal Kodash. Peace and blessings, you brothers out there. And yeah, we're nearly out of here, man. So yeah, I'll say, Kwame Shalom and Shalom.